All right, guys, so for this post-running stretch in cooldown, we're going to go ahead by standing tall, stretching out the left side just by grabbing the left elbow. And then we're going to go ahead and take it over to the right side, grabbing the right elbow and just stretching out that side body. Then we'll bring the hands out in front of us, and we'll just interlace the fingers, pressing the palms away from us, pulsing as we pulse for 10 times just to gradually open up the muscle tissue in the back and also in the elbows. And we'll take the hands above for about 5 seconds, breathing into the arms, stretching upward. Make sure you keep the spine tall and long. And then we'll go ahead and come to the left, stretching up through the right shoulder. Just nice breaths in the nose and out the mouth. Then we'll go ahead and lift through the left shoulder, dropping the right shoulder, breathing upward along the body and into the left shoulder. Just getting a nice deep stretch there. And then interlacing the hands behind us, we'll go ahead and pulse, bringing the elbows up towards the sky. So just for about 10 times, and then go ahead and switch the interlacement of the hands and another 10 pulses. Just make sure you're breathing through here. And from here, we'll go ahead and take the legs about 3 feet apart. And we'll just reach upward with the right arm, stretching out that right hip and right side. Breathe deep into the hip here, just using expansive breathing. Go ahead and switch to the opposite side now, reaching skyward. Getting a nice stretch in the rib cage, and make sure you stretch out that left hip to unload some of that compression. Then from here we'll come to the left, just rotating the hips and bending over the leg. Just getting a nice long stretch in that left leg, reaching towards the ankle. Shift the hips to the right and just bend over the right leg now. Just remember to breathe deep here so you get the best stretch possible. And then here I just take my knees wide and I just drop the tailbone towards the ground and I press on my knees for a bit of support so I can get a nice deep stretch in my groin and hip area. And from here I straighten the legs, and now I alternate the right arm to the left leg for about 3 breaths just to get a nice stretch. And then alternating to the right leg, sticking the right hand skyward, left leg to the right ankle. And when that stretch feels complete, we'll be coming into lizard stretch here. It's a good one for the glutes and stretching into the hamstrings. So we'll start by extending the right leg behind us and bending the left one. Foot comes to the outside of the left hand. And go ahead and swap sides. Bring the right foot to the outside of the right hand. Breathe into your hips. Feel the stretch. And then from here, I'm going to open up. So I'm going to just bring the right arm up. So I'm doing an opposite stretch. It's a good one for the ribs and the spine. Bring the hand back to the ground, taking the left foot forward again, opening the left arm now. And getting the most out of that stretch. And then we're gonna come back into down dog here, and then we're gonna do a pretty traditional just running calf stretch here. So we're going to take the right leg and we're going to take the left one on top. So just pressing the heel towards the ground, stretching out the back side of the leg. Go ahead and switch sides. This is really important to do while the muscles are still warm and the blood is still really active, and it just makes for a great stretch and a great recovery. We're going to come back to the right side once again, just really stretching through the back side of the leg, really just expanding that good stretching feeling so we can recover well, make the most out of our run next time. We're going to go ahead and hop forward, and for this next segment, go ahead and find a post or like a stair set, just something that you can hang on to, and we're going to come into a low squat because now we've done the decompression. Now we actually want to work on a bit of compression in the hips and in the knees. So these tendons, when we come into a low squat here, it actually helps stretch them out, and this is going to help fix a lot of it really just helps with the mobility of the joints and the hips, the knees, the ankles, working into a low squat. Our legs were meant to bend, and by holding on to something, it helps you just ease into it. I prefer it. It's really nice instead of just you can find your posture a little bit better. And then we're going to come ahead after about 10 seconds, go ahead and stand for about 10 seconds and just allow the legs to relax for a minute before coming into the next squat. So something that makes it easier is just taking the feet about hip widths apart and just grabbing onto it, just lowering the butt until you start to feel a deep stretch in the hip and the quads, and just press on that a little bit. So you want it to be a little bit uneasy feeling so that tissue can actually become more malleable and stretch over time. I'm only going to do 3 here, but if you do this low squat for about 10 seconds, 10 reps throughout the day, you're going to notice a lot of changes in how your legs move and just the ease and total actual leg change in shape and total transformation. So a couple more breaths standing, and then we'll come into one more low squat. So this one should be your deepest one yet. This one you should really press the ass towards the ground and really just, if there's any pain in the knees, do not do that. Try to find a nice position that the knees are feeling good, but you're stretching in the hips quite a bit because that's where most of the transformation is going to happen. Just a couple more deep breaths. We're almost finished. And then we're going to come standing for a nice quad stretch. So go ahead and find a standing position. Shake the legs out maybe a little bit. And then we're going to do the traditional runner stretch. So we're just going to be standing on the left leg. We take the right leg behind us, grabbing the top of the foot, pressing the knee down and the right hip forward so we maximize the stretch. Breathe deep. Feel the gratitude for yourself on this run. Just did something awesome. It's important to feel grateful for the experience. Go ahead and swap sides. You may need to repeat as needed. For this video, we're just going to do about a 10 to 15 second hold on each leg, but really feel free to get all those kinks out after if it feels necessary. Okay, breathing deep and releasing, and then we're going to bring the knee to the chest on each side as well. So we're going to start with the right side, just bringing that hip up, keeping the left leg straight, pressing down into the ground, lifting the right knee up towards the chest. Take a few deep breaths before switching sides, and then taking the left leg up towards the chest. Keeping the spine straight as well. This is just going to help integrate your posture and overall the shape of your body that you your body's almost malleable after we've just gone on the run, so we can kind of integrate how we want to go back into the world. So yeah, a couple hip rollouts on either leg, and then that's all for now. Thank you. Thanks so much for tuning into the video today. This was our post-running cool down. This is how we stay fit, stay loose, keep that blood flowing through the body with ease, with oxygen, while we're embracing this godlike reality. So you know what to do. Go ahead and subscribe and like to the channel, and click on that notification tab so you stay up to date with the best running tips on the planet. It's Benjamin with Celestial Star Yoga. Peace out for now.